Okay, well, we met with the president for the first time since all of these issues started, even though we have requested repeated meetings with um, Leader, Leader Thune, Speaker Johnson, and the president. We have very large differences on health care and on their ability to undo whatever budget we agree to through rescissions and through impoundment, as well as pocket rescissions. And I think for the first time, the president heard our objections and heard why we needed a bipartisan bill. Their bill has not one iota of Democratic input. That is never how we've done this before. When I was leader, we negotiated 4 times with Republicans, and we never had a shutdown. And so it's up to the Republicans whether they want to shut down or not. We've made to the president some proposals. Our Republican leaders will have to talk to him about them, but ultimately he's the decision maker. And if he will accept some of the things we asked, which we think the American people are for, on health care and on rescissions, he can avoid a shutdown. But there are still large differences between us.
Guys, when I tell you you don't hate Democrats enough, sometimes you just have to dive into the details to just get an understanding of the gravity of what's going on. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is preparing to hold our nation hostage in order to get his $1.5 trillion spending bill passed. They're trying to vilify Trump and make it seem as he is the obstacle preventing this from moving forward. But when you dive into the bill and figure out what's going on, you'll see you're being deceived and you're getting ready to become, once again, indentured servants for frivolous spending. All right, so included within this $1.5 trillion spending bill, $350 billion are being allocated for an extension of 2020 lockdown era subsidies. These subsidies, of course, cover abortion. Next, they cover gender reassignment surgeries for our youths. And of course, it's going to provide free health care for illegal immigrants. Again, this is on my dime and yours. This is the American taxpayer. People are struggling right now to survive, struggling to find jobs. The car market is getting ready to implode because of the price of vehicles are just too high. People can't afford homes anymore. People are struggling to pay bills. Your electric bills are too high. And of course, they want you to pay for the health care for illegal immigrants. They're also taking another $500 million to restore funding for PBS and NPR, which of course was part of the propaganda arm of legacy media throughout the 2010s all the way up to the 2020 lockdowns. All they did was disparage Trump and everything that he did while claiming to be objective media sources. Couldn't be farther from the truth. What I find so baffling is that they're willing to shut down our federal government in order to provide money for illegal immigrants, people that don't even live here, people that are not even legalized citizens in our country. And of course, instead of just, honoring the basic continuation of government services for American people, they're going to play chicken. They're going to gamble on this bill. At any time, they can take their bill, break it down into pieces, and a reasonable person would say, all right, let's pass the essential items on our list. And then we can come back and discuss frivolous spending like free health care later at a different date. That's what a reasonable person who has your best interest in mind would do. But of course, let's pay close attention to see what's happening. This is not for the benefit of the American people, and I hope you guys see that as well.